I'm Chris Lawrence with your top stories in North Texas. Soccer fans near and far erupted the moment Lionel Messi broke the record for most goals in the World Cup. They broke out in cheers as soon as the ball touched the net. It was his 17th goal in the global tournament, breaking a tie with Germany's Miroslav Klose. The history was made inside Dallas Stadium, and Scoop Jefferson caught up with some Argentina fans ahead of that kick.
As rideshare drivers dropped off soccer fans making their way to Dallas Stadium.
We actually Ubered and it was easy. The drop-off was easy.
It's the game Rashay Rice has been waiting for, a soccer player herself.
I've been playing soccer since I was 4 and I stopped when I was in college, but this is being here in America is so much fun.
Rice is among those sporting their team favorite for the Argentina versus Austria game. Austria fans showed their team spirit during this march to the stadium. Rideshare customer Dina Allegretti, an Argentina native, brought the same energy and her lucky charms.
I made my earrings. This is Messi. He's our lucky charm. And this is the World Cup that we hope he brings back home.
Dina joined the crowds at Texas Alive to watch the game. Some fans making early predictions.
I'm not very good with predicting the exact numbers, but all I know is that we're going to win.
I do think Argentina's going to win.
What's your predictions on today's game?
I think we're going to win, probably 2-0.
Despite heavy traffic in the entertainment district, some higher-priced parking lots like Globe Life Fieldhouse for $80 remained almost empty. And using the rideshare lot also meant a walk in the heat.
I was prepared for that, so I got to get my steps in before the game.
For fans not looking to count steps, transportation organizers provided golf cart rides as FIFA volunteers helped direct people to the stadium to cheer on their teams. In Arlington, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
A jury is being seated in the criminal case against Johnson County Sheriff Adam King. Brittany Costello shows us what's at stake before testimony begins.
Attorneys spent the day questioning more than 100 potential jurors. Most of them claim to have no knowledge of the case against their county sheriff. Johnson County Sheriff Adam King is back in court Monday as jury selection gets underway. We caught up with him at a hearing earlier this year.
Well, I'm just ready to get my name cleared.
Sheriff King was indicted on felony charges in August 2025 after a female employee accused him of sexual harassment.
In passing, it would be, hello, Dr. Skinny, wanting to do ungodly things to me if I continue to lose weight.
Sheriff King is accused of using his position to retaliate against her and other witnesses, including his own deputy chief, James Salter, who tried to investigate it. Salter was fired last month. Christopher Cook is Salter's attorney.
I think he is more worried at this point about how he's going to put food on the table for his family.
Despite the criminal case, the sheriff stayed in his elected office, denying the allegations against him. Bill Mason is his attorney.
I feel good. The case needs to go to trial. It needs to get in front of a jury.
The district attorney's office says King has not only failed to follow court orders, but he was indicted again earlier this year. He's accused of lying under oath. There are no cameras allowed inside the courtroom. The trial is expected to resume at 9 tomorrow morning and could continue into next week. In Johnson County, I'm Brittany Costello.
Because he can't speak no more. I'm going to speak for him.
There are new calls for transparency after 3 Tarrant County inmates died in 4 days. Former inmate Matt Greer's family says police arrested him for copper theft a few weeks ago. Last week, his mother got a call saying Greer suffered a massive brain bleed and died. And now his family is demanding an investigation into their son's death and the jail.
We want some answers. I don't know if it takes an investigation, but that's what we want. We want some answers on what happened to our son and why is he not here today.
The sheriff's office told us Greer had a significant medical history before being booked and say the circumstances contain misinformation and half-truths. That said, there have been at least 70 deaths in the Tarrant County Jail in the past 9 years. A youth baseball team from Aledo traveled to Mississippi for a tournament and got caught in the severe flooding there. But as Luke Clary shows us, the Parker County Pickles didn't have to wait long before help was on the way.
This Aledo travel baseball team found themselves in a pickle in Mississippi. Caught in a flood, only one way out.
Yeah, it was kind of scary because the water
What else do we have in there?
It was scary when they got there and the water was kind of rushing.
Baseball mom Terry Vollmer caught it all on camera. The water rising from a couple of inches on the basketball court to just beneath the net.
It had just been pouring down rain, storming, more river flooding than what they had anticipated.
The rain stopped just hours before the tournament was set to start, but the neighborhood was unrecognizable.
Now there's that road sign.
The team needed help.
Said, oh, this one here probably going to be a story,
That call went to Robert Pearson and the Cajun Navy.
Like I said, we do a lot of rescues, but not normally a whole baseball team.
The Cajun Navy started after Hurricane Katrina. Since then, its volunteers have responded to Hurricane Harvey, last summer's flooding in the Hill Country, and many more disasters.
Coming down the stairs, the current was really strong coming through the stairs. I said, don't worry. I said the boat may tip one way or the other. We'll be fine.
The rescuers and the team, cool as cucumbers all the way. It's only fitting.
We decided to name the team the Pickles.
The Parker County Pickles.
When they first said Pickles, I was like, what? Like, okay.
The Pickles didn't end up winning the tournament. They came home with the story that will outlast any trophy. Reporting from Dallas, I'm Luke Clary.
Thrill seekers have been waiting for Six Flags to open its new record-breaking coaster in Arlington, and it'll be longer than initially thought. Six Flags Over Texas is delaying the grand opening of Tormenta Rampaging Run, a mega coaster set to open on Friday. Park officials say tests are taking longer than expected, but promise it is worth the wait. Certainly a lot of folks will be happy to get on board when it opens. And those are your headlines from North Texas.